Hello everybody, my name is Patience. Welcome back to Mom Cat Ranch and Homestead, and today we are in the kitchen. We are finally starting to get some zucchini out of the garden, and one thing that we love to make with zucchini is zucchini bread. So I wanted to take you along this morning. It's a little bit chilly, so I'm looking forward to getting this oven on, warming up the house, and making it smell so good in here. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we have to do is turn the oven on to 350 degrees. This recipe makes one loaf pan of zucchini. So we're going to go ahead first, wipe it out good, and spray it down. And we're going to go ahead and set this aside. All right, let's go ahead and get started mixing everything together. All right, so I do have all of my ingredients laid out here. I do have my recipe, so we are going to go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add in oil. So the oil is a half a cup of oil, and I am using just vegetable oil. Right, and then both sugars. So we're gonna do 1/4 cup of regular sugar. Get the clumps out. And this is a super simple, quick recipe. All right, so there is my 1/4 cup of sugar. And next we need 3/4 cup of brown sugar. So we got our brown sugar in, and then we are also adding 2 eggs got here from our chickens. And then vanilla, and the vanilla is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, we're going to go ahead and stir this in. All right, and then the next thing we are adding is we're gonna mix in cinnamon, and this calls for 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm not a huge cinnamon person, but in this recipe you can't really taste it too much, but I'm sure that you could probably lower it down a little bit if you maybe only doing like 1.5 or just maybe 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay. And then next is baking soda and baking powder. Each is a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda. scooch this over so you guys can see it a little better, hopefully. Little, okay. All right, so we got that done, and then we also need to add some salt, and this is a ½ teaspoon of salt. We use pink Himalayan. A little salt. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this in as well. Get all those clumps out. Oh, it's already smelling super good. All right. The next thing that we are going to be adding in is 1½ cups of flour. So I'm going to do ½ cup at a time. Put some in. Well, it has a little bit of oil left in it. Put ½ cup in at a time. Stir it. Another ½ cup. Stir it. That way you don't have flour coming off everywhere on the side. Get my next ½ cup ready. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mix this in. And then we have 1/2 left to go. And you'll see when you're doing this that the batter of it is pretty thick. When I first made zucchini bread, I was worried about that. Because I'm like, this does not look like how it's supposed to go into a flour pan. But once you put that zucchini in there, all that water content in the zucchini really does put that moisture back in your batter and makes it the consistency that you usually see. So you see how this is kind of thick? That's okay. All right, so for the zucchini, we are going to need 1½ cups of zucchini. So I have this, we're gonna go ahead and get it shredded. Go ahead and put all this stuff away I don't need. Okay. Oh, it's getting all over the place. I do have a food processor that would probably be a lot easier, but the shredding setting for it has stopped working. Some people will split the zucchini in half and take out the seeds. You definitely can do so if it's a bigger zucchini, but with a smaller zucchini, I really don't worry too much about it. I just make sure that the zucchini is washed, leave the skin, everything on. See where we're at. Where's my cup? Need a little bit more. And when you're done baking your zucchini bread, if you have an abundance of zucchinis and you want to make it into zucchini bread, but you know that you won't be able to consume all the bread, you can definitely let it cool and wrap it up nice and tight and put it in a freezer. That way you can have it all throughout the winter. All right, I think that is good. Okay, got a nice shred zucchini. And you'll see the change once you put it in and start mixing this around. Okay, I think we're done with all of this. Oh, got a nice little mess here. We'll finish cleaning up after we get this in the oven. All right. Just a good nice stir. You can already see how more of it's a liquidy batter than the really thick that it was before. It's much better. And it smells good. I cannot wait to have some later. There. That looks great. All right. We have our loaf pan here. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. Look how wonderful that looks. All right, let's go ahead and pop it in the oven. Okay, so that will bake in the oven for about 55 minutes to an hour, give or take. Everybody's ovens are different, especially if you use propane or electric, whether it runs higher or lower as far as your temperature. Just have to go in with a toothpick in the center and see if it comes out clean, and then you'll know that it is ready. So I'll go ahead and bring you guys back when it is ready to take out of the oven. All right, so the timer has gone off, so let's go ahead and take this zucchini bread out of the oven. Oh, it looks so good. That is perfect. Let's go ahead and test it. All right, so you stick it right in the middle. Came out nice and clean. All right, so it is done. Oh, it smells so good. Okay guys, so that is it. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me and baking with me this morning. If you guys do try this recipe, go ahead and comment below and let me know what you think. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Bye.